Well, Elliot
Sorry,
and Natalie.
Is it on YouTube?
I don't mind
It says
repeating
for
what I
Max.
said.
We just got it says for Max Jordan, Dorsey Gordon, all panelists. YouTube is not currently streaming.
Well, it's streaming.
The
The
refresh.
live icon just popped up.
Just started. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Like, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Natalie,
Yes.
we'll start over. Good
Okay.
evening.
Elliot?
All right. Okay. So I got the athletics.
Elliot gave the athletics.
Okay. So for athletics, although there's no current seasons going on right now, we still have future dates and announcements for upcoming and winter and spring sports. And before we get to that, congratulations to Nick Amoroso, who has been selected as Maxwell Football Club NJ Max Award winner for 2020. And in terms of winter sports, ice hockey will have their first game on January 23rd versus Passaic Valley and Montclair State University Ice Rink. Basketball and bowling started practice on January 11th, and competition is projected to start on January 26th. Boys basketball will host Morris Hills High School on January 26th at 4. Girls basketball will travel to Pope John High School, Sparta on January 26th at 7. Bowling will verse Chatham on January 26th at Rockaway Lanes. Swimming and track and field will start practices on February 1st, while volleyball and wrestling will start practices on March 1st. And in terms of spring sports, boys tennis is projected to start practice on March 26th. Golf and all other spring sports on April 1st. The Montville Athletic Boosters are giving Mustang fans the opportunity to secure your seat at MTHS Winter Sports. For $30, you can submit a photo of yourself, a family, or even a pet as a way to represent yourself as a cardboard cutout at the MTHS gym for boys basketball, girls basketball, and wrestling matches. All proceeds benefit the Montville Athletic Boosters and all MTHS sports, and a link to place your order can be found on Schoology. Lastly, MTHS home games will be streamed live on NFHS Network, Clear Feed, and the score will be streamed, and the link for the live streams can be found on NFHS Network.
Thank you,
That's it
Elliot.
for sports.
All right. Any questions for Elliot before we? Okay. Your turn now. Okay, Natalie?
Hi, I will be presenting on the past news and then some future news at MTHS. So the MTHS FBLA took part in the nationwide community service project, Operation Uplift, in December, and the goal of this project was to provide resources and necessities to the homeless and local communities. On Monday, December 21st, MTHS presented the Winter Concert. This was a virtual event streamed on MTTV's YouTube page, and the performances were all pre-recorded. The MTHS DECA had multiple students who placed in regional competitions. These students will advance to the New Jersey State competition. The forensics team competed in the Sunvite and Hunterdon Central Winter Invitational tournaments on January 10th. At the Sunvite Invitational, Nian Baines and Ann-Lee Liu made it to octafinals in varsity public forum debate, and Maria Papera and Vicky Way placed 6th overall in duo interpretation. At Hunterdon, Ashley Zhang placed 6th in declamation, and Badri Raghavan and Joshua Phillip placed 3rd in parliamentary debate. 37 FBLA members qualified for the state competition in March. Students took a regional exam in mid-December and placed in their respective events versus students from other schools in the northern region. And MTHS social studies teacher, Mr. McManus, advanced to the state level in high school category for the VFW Citizenship Education Teacher Recognition Competition. He has won both the town and county levels. Some future things at MTHS: yearbooks are currently on sale for all students in grades 9 through 12. To order your book, please go to the school's website and look under the news banner where there is a link to purchase. All books are $120 through January 22nd, and starting on January 23rd, the price will be $125. And lastly, the class of 2021 seniors are encouraged to check on the grade 12 Schoology page and click the local scholarship classroom to see if there are any scholarships that they can qualify for and are interested in applying to. And that's it.
Thank you, Natalie. Any
You're welcome.
questions of Natalie? Okay, Natalie, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Dr. Rotar, Superintendent's report.
Okay, I did post the second quarter update on the district's 2021 district goals. I will not work my way through that. You can all read that. We are making progress. Some of the goals have already been completed, but that information is there. Tonight is usually one of the highlights of the year because when we're all together, it's kind of like the Academy Awards for our staff, our faculty, where we're able to recognize our educators of the year and our educational service professionals of the year. It's a whole lot more dramatic when we're actually able to do it in person. So I apologize that this is not as quite as the event that we would normally have. But we will send all of our honorees a lovely certificate congratulating you on being selected for this wonderful honor. And these selections are made based on input from your colleagues, from parents, and it really is to be selected as the representative of your school really is a pinnacle moment in a teacher's career. So we're going to begin with Cedar Hill School. I will tell you a little bit about each one of the honorees, and hopefully we can spotlight them on the screen while I'm briefly talking about each of them. So at Cedar Hill School, our Cedar Hill Teacher of the Year is Kimberly Cow. Kimberly has been employed in Montville for the past 5 years. She is currently serving as a second grade teacher at Cedar Hill. Ms. Cow was also featured in an NJEA distance learning segment in the spring of 2020, showcasing her efforts working with students when distance learning was brand new to all of us. So Kimberly, we congratulate you on your selection for Cedar Hill. Our Education Services Professional of the Year at Cedar Hill School is Bonnie DeCola. Bonnie is a former ICU nurse and then made the transition to become a school nurse 27 years ago, and we are very glad that she did. Bonnie is only the second school nurse in Cedar Hill School's 57-year history. And those of you who visited Cedar Hill School know that Bonnie also has a long history of training seeing eye dogs and bringing that wonderful experience to the students and staff at Cedar Hill School. So Bonnie, we congratulate you. Very certainly in a pandemic, the nurse is most deserving of this honor. So congratulations, Bonnie. Moving on to Hilldale Schools. The Hilldale School Teacher of the Year is Susan Mackenzie Petch. Mrs. Petch has worked in Montville for 15 years as a special education teacher and has been teaching for 21 years. We congratulate you, Susan, and it's a wonderful honor to be selected as the Teacher of the Year. Also at Hilldale School, our Educational Services Professional is Brianna Orifice. Ms. Orifice has worked as an art teacher in both Hilldale and Woodmont schools for the past 6 years, and she has worked in education for a total of 12 years. So congratulations, Brianna. At Valley View School, our Educator of the Year is Jamie Cardiff. Jamie is a kindergarten teacher and is duly certified as both a regular and special education teacher. She serves as the head of the STEAM committee at Valley View, and throughout the pandemic, she has also pursued ways to keep her students engaged academically, socially, and emotionally by creating activities such as her Zoom story night on Wednesdays and hosting a read aloud for the students in their pajamas. So congratulations, Jamie.
Thank you.
Our Educational Services Professional of the Year is Holly Nuck. Holly has served as a paraprofessional in the preschool program for the past 5 years. She radiates compassion, patience, and an awareness of her students' needs in a way that is seamless. She is also a lifelong learner, pursuing weekend conferences of virtual professional development opportunities. Her colleagues have noted her consistent positive attitude and her willingness to always help in any way that she can. Congratulations, Holly.
Thank you.
At William Mason School, our Educator of the Year is John Immediato. John is currently in his 23rd year of teaching elementary physical education. He has also served as the head football coach for 23 years and assistant football coach for 20 years
At basketball.
for the Montville Township High School teams. Congratulations, John. Our Educational Services Professional of the Year at William Mason is Eileen Horn. Eileen has served as a special education teacher for 18 years. She also has 10 years of experience as a learning disabilities teacher consultant and has served in that role in Montville for the past 7 years. She has also served as a teacher in the district's extended school year program. Congratulations, Eileen. Our next honorees are from Woodmont School. Our Educator of the Year is Jennifer Kelly. Jennifer is a kindergarten teacher, and she has completed 25 years serving in education, 22 of those being in Montville, and she is a well-respected member of the Woodmont School faculty. So congratulations, Jennifer. Our Woodmont Educational Services Professional of the Year is Danielle Cabana. Danielle is currently serving as one of our basic skills teachers. She has completed 15 years in education and has been with us here in Montville for 11 years. Congratulations, Danielle. Now moving on to Lazar Middle School. This year's Teacher of the Year at Lazar is Christy Viscardo. Ms. Viscardo teaches 6th grade ELA, but is heavily entrenched in the culture of the Lazar Middle School. She serves as a technology coach and a faculty advisor of SWAT Advisory and as an after-school extra help leader. She also created the Lazar Secret Supporter, in which faculty and staff are secretly paired up with one another to surprise their colleagues with gifts or acts of kindness throughout the year. Her contributions truly help make life at Lazar more connected and much more normal during our not normal circumstances during the pandemic. So congratulations, Christy. Our Educational Services Professional of the Year at Lazar is Eleanor Klinger, one of our 2 school nurses. During the pandemic, and especially the transition from remote to hybrid learning, Mrs. Klinger has become another member of the administrative team. She's participated in countless meetings. She does an excellent job of communicating with staff and parents, all hours of the night, weekends, engaging in contact tracing, and a whole lot more. Her kindness and professionalism are truly appreciated, and the school is very fortunate to have her in the health office. So congratulations, Eleanor. And last but not least, we have our honorees from Montville Township High School. Our first is Brianne Valello, who is our Education Services Professional of the Year. Brianne was hired in December of 2012, and she has now been a nurse in the district for the past 8 years. During this time, she earned her master's degree, and she actually started her career as a nurse at Chilton Hospital, and then served in as a substitute nurse here in Montville and Butler prior to joining us on a permanent basis. Again, the nurses definitely doing above and beyond this school year, so we are very, very happy to recognize Brianne as the MTHS Educational Services Professional of the Year. Congratulations. Our MTHS Teacher of the Year is Angela Calabrezos. She was hired here in September of 2002, and she has been a business teacher in the district for a little bit over 18 years. She started her education career in 1982 in the Boonton district, and we are very grateful to Angela for her contributions both in the classroom and in the extracurricular world as well. So congratulations, Angela.
Thank you.
And our final honoree is there's an additional award that takes place at the high school. High schools are able to recommend nominees for the Princeton University Distinguished Secondary School Teaching Award. And the nominee from MTHS this year is Cheryl Evans. Cheryl was hired at MTHS in September of 2004, and she has now been a math teacher in our district for a little bit more than 16 years. She started her education career in 2003 teaching in New York State. Cheryl also commended for her efforts both in the classroom and in the extracurricular world as well. So congratulations, Cheryl. Again, I wish that we were all here. I wish we could shake your hands. Personally, I know that's one of the things that the board members truly enjoy, to see you in person and congratulate you, because, you know, we're very blessed in Montville to have a wonderful faculty. But to have this honor to be selected by your peers, to be the best of the best, it is really a wonderful recognition. And I wish that, you know, we had been able to do that in person with you to truly honor you. Unfortunately, we're limited by technology tonight, but please, on my behalf, please accept my most sincere congratulations for the wonderful work that you do in the district, making a difference in the lives of students every day.
Thank you, Renee. And on behalf of the Board of Education, this was one of the meetings I think we enjoyed more than anywhere. We honored the teachers, professionals, for everything you do for our kids. And it's unfortunate that we're not allowed to have you walk up in front of the podium and shake our hands. But we saw each of you, and on behalf of the Board of Education, it's my privilege and pleasure to thank you and to congratulate each and every one of you for everything you do. Thank you again.
Okay, that actually concludes my report for this evening.
Okay, thank you very much. Renee, Mrs. Slunt, do you have a report?
I do not.
Okay. The section G, which is the committee reports, I will be getting them out. As I mentioned before, we met, I left them home, and I will be getting them out. And either I will contact each of you or the administration will send an email to you. In the meantime, everything will remain the same. Public participation. It's an opportunity for anybody to speak about any items on the agenda. There will be an
Charlie?
opportunity.
Charlie,
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, Charlie, did you want me to give finance and facilities report since we had a meeting right
I
before?
would rather, we don't have any others. If you can wait till next time, Karen, you can double up, all right? Thank you.
Before we start the public participation, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, you need to follow the instructions at the bottom to come over and join us in the Zoom webinar. And once you're in the Zoom webinar, if you would like to speak, we would ask that you raise your hand, and then we will recognize you and invite you to speak. And this particular portion of the agenda is comments strictly on agenda items.
Thank you. Any questions? None?
I see no hands.
No questions on agenda items. All right, I'll entertain a motion to move the agenda in a second, please.
So
For the
moved.
board.
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions on item I? Item J? Item K? Item L. Item M. And there's no N tonight, no action to be taken. Mrs. Slunk, can you read the roll call, please?
Mr. O'Brien,
Aye.
Mr. Palma,
Yes.
Dr. Cordolino,
Muted.
Karen? Karen?
Muted.
Sorry. Yes.
Mr. Daughtry,
Yes, abstain on K1, check number 97125.
Mrs. Spano,
Yes.
Dr. Modrak,
Yes.
Mr. Rappaport,
Yes.
Ms. Zuckerman,
Yes.
Mr. Grau.
Mr. Palmer? Oh, he's
He
moved.
was the second.
Yes, thank you. The board has no need to go into a closed work session this evening. Section R is an opportunity for general board comment and new business by the board. Do we have any? Our next board meeting is February 2nd. All right, and the last item, Section S, is an opportunity for the public to speak with any items that are not on the agenda. Do we have anybody who would like to speak? Please raise your hand and identify yourself.
Max Dorsey Gordon?
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
My name is Max Dorsey Gordon, and I'm the economics teacher at the high school. I also want to extend my congratulations to my coworkers for their fantastic accolades. But what drives me to speak tonight is on the recent decision to allow students back in person. According to the Montville Health Department, in the last 30 days, including today, 24 days have had more cases than recovered. And in the same period, only 2 days had more recoveries. On December 11th, when the high school last went virtual, there were 53 active cases. There are currently approximately 4.5 times that amount today. Today, a quarter of all total cases from the entire pandemic are active right now. Although there have been no cases directly attributed to transmission in school buildings, the transmission comes from the community at large. I have to admit, numbers cut both ways, and Dr. Rovitard's January 15th email states that the total caseload in the town is only 2% of the population. This is true, just as the stats that I have highlighted are also accurate. But news of a new strain from the UK is reportedly 50% more contagious, with cases already popping up across the US. Vaccines in New Jersey are being provided at about 100,000 doses per week, and the New Jersey prediction model requires 4.5 times that amount. That makes vaccination at a best case scenario a 40-week process. But at the current rates, the state can only be vaccinated fully by the fall of 2023. Although we have access to the same information, I strongly disagree with Dr. Rovitard's January 15th email asserting that levels are receding. The Township Health Department's own website describes the World Health Organization's May recommendation that positivity remain below 5% for at least 14 days before reopening. Montville has not been below that value since mid-November. Tonight, I only speak for myself, but I know that many of my colleagues share the same tension and the same nervousness about our health and safety. I implore you and the board to strongly reconsider opening during this obvious and continued surge in cases. Wait for the data to actually show a decrease. Use the state Cali numbers or our own health departments. We're all buying time until widespread vaccination is possible. Finally, I do want to thank you for your continued efforts to provide a safe environment for our staff and students, and I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Dr. Rotarano made that decision based upon input from several sources. And She will monitor the situation as she's done since last March. If anything changes, you will be notified. In the meantime, please wear your masks, practice social distancing, wash your hands, etc. Any other people?
I do not see any other hands raised.
Did you want to comment? No. All right, since there's no other questions, nobody has their hand up, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
O'Brien and Modrak, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, the public that's watching us. And the next meeting is on February 2nd. Thank you again and have a safe evening. I just got a text from the weather. It looks like fast-moving snow squalls
Oh, yay.
expected Wednesday morning. So be careful. Thank you very much.